Hello everyone, and let's talk about the crisis of silence surrounding generative AI adoption in associations, including perhaps in your association. Now, where is this anxiety coming from? It's coming from multiple channels. So staff fear job redundancies, or they also fear devaluation of their expertise and skills, and they fear additional burdens to their workflows. Volunteers are questioning their roles and their ability to pick up generative AI tools in a context where they're only spending a smallish proportion of their time actually working for the association. And members feel concerns about losing the personal connection to the association and also about risk management around data privacy, ethics, compliance with generative AI tools. So you really need to address this anxiety because it can undermine your efforts to integrate generative AI into your association. You need to be proactive, have a strategy to foster trust and collaboration, and specifically address those emotions that staff, volunteers, and even members are feeling around generative AI. So focus on building the reputation of your association as being ethical and innovative to avoid a decline in member, volunteer, and staff engagement, and position your association as a leader in your industry in navigating the generative AI transition. To do so, a really great tool is open forums. So that's what I really want to feature in today's video. They create a safe space for addressing concerns transparently. They help align stakeholders on a shared vision for integrating generative AI, and they encourage collaboration and problem solving together. They help reinforce trust in leadership and the mission of the association and promote a sense of inclusivity and shared ownership. How do you do a good open forum? You need to have active listening and make sure to validate concerns of stakeholders, validate their concerns, validate their emotions, as well as the tangible concerns that they're sharing. Have inclusive participation, make sure all voices are heard, both loud voices and not so loud voices. So give a chance for people who are not so loud to submit questions, perhaps electronically, perhaps in advance, so that a few loud voices don't dominate. Have good, skilled moderators who make sure that people participate actively and effectively, and that both the good parts and the bad parts of generative AI adoption and concerns about it especially actually get out. Have transparency. That's what will build confidence and trust. And have follow-through to show that you're actually listening to what you heard at the forum, that the feedback is getting through. Make sure to have sustained engagement after the forum. Have regular check-ins after the forum to revisit and refine generative AI initiatives based on the initial feedback that you got at the forum. Have ongoing education for staff and volunteers, perhaps even members, on generative AI tools. Implement feedback mechanisms for continuous improvement over time, and encourage co-creation of generative AI case studies, use cases, applications with members, as well as, of course, with staff and volunteers. And so thinking about staff and volunteers are most engaged, but members can also be part of the picture. Build a culture of trust and adaptability and innovation, in other words. So that's what you really want to focus on. Let me share with you about a medical association I worked with as a consultant to help them address their challenges of introducing generative AI to streamline continuing education credits. So members were worried about the technology that it would compromise their personalized training. Staff questioned how it would impact their workflows, that it would be a lot more overhead, hassles. So they hired me as a consultant to help them out. We did some surveys, some focus groups, and then open forums that include anonymous Q&As and demonstrations of how the tool is going to be used. We heard a lot of concerns. We made sure to integrate them into how the association was applying generative AI tools to continuing education credits. And we had follow-up initiatives, including training and collecting further feedback and refinement over time. Over 6 months, satisfaction with education programs rose by 25%, which is great for members, and the administrative workloads reduced by over 30% for staff. Made staff very happy. So that is a good case study of how to thrive in the generative AI era. Address anxieties to unlock the real potential of generative AI. Use open forums to create dialogue and build trust. If we didn't have good open forums, we really would not have gotten the result in the medical association. Foster the ongoing engagement with staff, members, and volunteers alike. Lead with empathy, transparency, and a focus on ethics and risk management. That's what will transform resistance into enthusiasm. Make sure to subscribe to this channel to get more videos like this, and email me with any questions at gleb@disasteravoidanceexperts.com. That's GLEB@disasteravoidanceexperts.com.